We are back at Valanior. I've been very excited to get back. I had a lot of comment regarding the state of the server, how polished it is. Remember, when either you're watching this or if you choose to try the server, this is a 3 weeks old private server and it's just bound to be some bugs, be some unfinished things, but I'm sure the devs are working on it, and there's a Discord, I've linked in the description, where these bugs are getting posted. And yeah, so I'm just keeping that in mind and just trying to view the server with what are the end goal of the server instead. As I promised from the last video, we're gonna take a look at the Soulweaver. I went over the core stuff quick, but I'm a bit confused. I was expecting something in the lines of mist weaving monks, how the playstyle would be, but some kind of deal damage, get some shield, but this seems like a tank mastery. Then there's a big cooldown, but the other things are cast, and it's probably in a good way. I haven't tested it out, have to be in a dungeon for that, but I would assume it would be like more instacast stuff. And yeah, editing HeyTrix from the future. I wasn't happy with the first impression and the evaluation I gave the spec, so gonna do it again after reading and actually casting some of the spells. I have to say first, I'm still kinda we don't get that many spells to go off, but we get the basic kit. So the basic kit are Soul Bolt. You have to damage an enemy and you get some healing based on the disease on the targets. It is kind of the fist weaving I talked about from monks, where you deal damage, you heal. But I feel like right now there's a lot of cast times going on where, and from based on the talents, that there's not many ways to negate these cast time, where I hope there would be some kind of more insta cast, like Maelstrom Weapon and such. But okay, so the heal we have is just the baseline. You spend 1 rune and then you get a heal. The thing is that I'm a bit scared that at some point you will run out of runes, but meanwhile you're regenerating runes, you can cast the runic spender, that is Ebon Renewal. So you consume 30 runes, 30 runic power, sorry. You get insta heal and a healing over time. Not much to it, and I couldn't see much benefit from the talents to this. The big cooldown that we have from the start is basically a tranquility. The other thing it does is that for 8 seconds, I think, each ally get 10% increased damage, and that is pretty cool. So you can both use it on pull as a big damage amplification, or you can save it for later on, or have it later on again for whenever you need a big healing for whatever damage going on. Taking a second look at the talent, again, a lot of the talents at the start are pretty bland. It will help you with your damage, but I don't see the correlation of this damage increases actually improve the healing, so a bit odd. Some of the talent, some barrier stuff going on, some insta strikes that increase your other cast, and also like a sub theme of bards where you reduce the target's damage done. That is pretty nice, because you have the theme going on with being like damage and healing, so I can see that. This spell, Life Drain Bolt, is basically like a Prayer of Healing, where Prayer of Healing is just like you cast it, you heal 4 injured allies, sorry. This is just for, you do the damage, but you also heal 2 allies, and then there's some chance for your attacks to make it instacast, but I'm still a bit scared with you are attacking the target with melee attacks and auto attacks, but you're still spending a lot of time casting, so a bit anti-synergy from what I can tell. The other theme that you get later on is basically like the, what's it called, Vampire Lord from Ascension, where you do some shadow damage, sorry, and then you heal based on that. I hope there are some runes that benefit this playstyle and amplifies it. Maybe just it's basically an atonement from Disc Priest, and I really like that playstyle is pretty cool. But it's hard to tell more because I haven't tried it out. But I hope there's more synergy than just 8 seconds cooldown. Then there is this Fade Link. It reminds me of Paladin's Sacrifice. This, I believe, synergize with the Mastery, where you do damage and you get an absorption shield. So the damage that target takes, it transferred and just taken from your absorption shield. The problem with this is that you probably never use this in the tank, because then you will just die, because tanks take so much damage. And then the other thing is it only lasts 15 seconds, so it would be good in a scenario where you have like a priority target doing one mechanic, soaking and doing stuff. But in classic WoW and such, it's not often, it just often doesn't come up, so not that relevant. And the last cool talent in the playstyle is that Death and Decay now heals. This is, I think, one of the talent and playstyle a lot of people saw from Death and Decay for a long time. My issue is only that you get this talent so late, so, well, if you get Death and Decay early on anyway, why not just, make this talent either baseline or something like that, because, and also right now it wouldn't mind getting like 2-3 passives when you at higher level learn the specialization. All in all, pretty cool spec. I just think I hope for more fist weaving spec, but we are very close to that. One big upside with this spec, if you didn't know or already thought of it, you have Rune, so you're not spending any mana. You don't need to drink, you don't need to think of your resource. You can just spec into haste, you don't need spirit, and you can also help with damage, so big upside. So another thing, I took a sneak peek in because I think I need some motivation if I get to 60, so wanted to see what possibilities there was. Going over some of the more interesting frost runes. The first talent that like glanced my eyes is Chilling Breath. I always like talents that interact with reduced cooldown, and just having more breath in general seems very fun. So this is going to be a general theme that a lot of these talents are based on legendaries from retail. I think that is fine, and so you can just copy some of the stuff. And I like that you take a lot of different times from retail, from artifact weapons, the Azerite powers and such, and you can combine them across like in one crazy ass spec. I think that is super fun. And if you don't like these, you can just not pick them. So I'm really a fan of just adding all of the different stuff and just, as you say, slapping some shit on the wall and see what sticks. This one, super fun. Just again, more uptime, more reduced cooldown, managing cooldowns and such. Again, this is a legendary from Legion, now later introduced in retail, so it's a baseline for Death Knight, but it's a rune in this game. I don't think I've seen this in retail before, but Obliviate does damage over time after you hit with it. Managing cooldowns and just more uptime on stuff is 10 out of 10. Can't wait to get my hands on any of these ranks to just get more uptime on Pillar of Frost. This was maybe a set bonus, and also just I think some of these are set bonuses, and again, just bring in all the set bonus, the Azerite pieces, the powers in one whole like big fat pile of, and the top notch of the talent, the other version of how you can play Frost. Besides the breath spec is that when your Pillar of Frost is active, you're basically your Frost Strike, and I guess also Howling Blast in this version will generate your Killing Machine procs and increase your chance to generate runes. So super strong talent and very nice way to increase the chance of proccing it from the rune powers. This one is probably also close to my top 5 of the runes. Obliviate now increase the duration of your diseases. If I don't need to press any other buttons than just 2 buttons and spamming Frost stuff, count me in. Getting some base stats like strength and haste from consuming runes or spending a rune power. The last rune, as the previous one, get some strength from spending runic power stuff. So editing HeyTrix again if you just want an overview and recap of the runes. So top 4 here, the big game changing, build changing runes. The second line here is the smaller, more RNG change up runes, and the bottom here is just you fill them in your rotation for at least Frost Death Knight, and they either amplify strength, crit, or haste. This is also the summary of the runes that I'm gonna try go for whenever I hit the 60. That is all the runes I'm very intrigued for, and I am very fan that I walked over the runes, because now I'm very excited to get to max level and basically building my dream Frost Death Knight with the like min-maxing, just having all the resources from different places in retail to get the biggest pillars of frost in the game, getting the most like build around killing machine spec or breath spec if I want to try to do that. A lot of ways to have 100% uptime with the breath spec, a lot of runing generation, and so much more stuff to go over. But so that is in the future for whenever I have enough resources or complete enough quests to buy more of the cards. So can't wait for that. Right now, just gonna focus on questing, and yeah, let's get going. So before continue to do quest, I was thinking of upgrading my back situation and just being able to Deathgate, go to Orgrimmar. Now getting my bags in Orgrimmar. Maybe there's a general vendor in Razor Hill, Crossroads, sorry, but I'm not sure where it is. So just I know where it is in Orgrimmar, and just now being able to Hearthstone back, it's I wouldn't say super broken, but I am very pleased that I picked Death Knight. And while we are here, might as well just pick up 5 new runes. Not sure if there's any reason to maybe pick this up later in the game, like when I'm at higher level, and there's some different runes that I'm only able to get there, but hope that is not the case. And yeah, let's just open and see what we get. Oh yeah, Speedster. Not sure how this like synergy with the increased movement speed from other sources. Normally there's a cap on this, but hope not. It is very cool. And Obliviate now do some damage over time. Again, really wish there was like a general tab for all my Death Knight stuff, and I don't have to like search for them in different tabs, but hey. Seems like currency silver are more scarce, like you don't get that many like greens to sell, so could only afford 3 bags, and was close to the 4th one. But yeah, so if you're playing this server, keep in mind that it can be very beneficial to actually sell the 1 silver, 2 silver, 3 silver at the start of the game if you want to afford bags. With the killing spree going and some cooldowns, we just running around one-shotting mobs. We are 4 levels above, but killing spree is doing God's work with 40% increased damage, I must say. So I was leveling some other alts, and meanwhile doing that, this BOE X dropped. No idea if there's something similar in the auction house. The auction house seems kinda empty, so so yeah, that's basically double the damage, so can't wait to use that. Gonna Rune Forge it and keep going with the quests. Also another thing, I couldn't understand why I took so much like insane amount of damage from mobs, but apparently this rune middle Shimsa, I attack and I take 25 of my current health, so I'm basically I need to be in a safe zone. I'm self-harming myself, so if you're playing and if you have this, be aware. I noticed this by playing on alt and suddenly just killing myself all the time. I just assumed that the mobs were scaled weird, but apparently it was that rune. Oh, that's a very nice build from the quest. 2 strength. Let's go. So I have 4 talent points laying around and choose between frost damage, physical damage debuff, and dual wielding. I think until later on where I can get the other dual wield talent that I'm basically just gonna invest in Obliviate. It's the most I spam. Oh, it's only 2 points, and then the rest in this, I guess. And next level, 2 levels, we can get both IT talents and frost scythe, and it's gonna be so much damage increase. I posted my previous video on the subreddit for private servers, and some comments were regarding the scaling issue of the server, like abilities either get too much scaling, or I don't know if there's too little scaling, but I can definitely see that because stuff is dying quite fast, and I would assume that it would take at least like 3 hits, especially when I have so much utility, the runes, and yeah, but I have no idea how to in a good way balance that, sadly. Also, another thing I want to mention, someone commented in the video with regarding Death Strike. So I forgot that this is the version from Rav, so it's 5% of my maximum health based on the amount of diseases. I don't know if I can. No, I need runic power. So let's see here, getting diseases, doing too much damage. Let me take some damage and boom, 30 health. Not much, but yeah, it heals, but it's yeah. So I was checking out the other talent trees for interesting things, because normally you go down the talent tree and you maybe pick like a few talents down here. I know it's 60, so most likely you're just picking everything down to the last talent, but I noticed a little talent in Blood DK, this one. So whenever you hit with, in my case for Frost Strike, you have a 33% chance to gain a rune, so basically 100%. This seems like insanely strong and very like a enabling for a fun playstyle for Frost, like getting more runes and stuff. My issue is that this will require me 13 talents in blood, and I think from what I could tell, you don't get more talent points, and you would only get enough talent points to reach the bottom here. So the other strong talent I've seen in Frost is this one, and that would mean I would not be able to increase my duration of Pillars of Frost. So, I mean, right now I'm like trying to brew some endgame build. I think that is very fun way, at least for me, to like and try to get some motivation on, hey, what am I gonna do at the end game? And yeah, if any devs are watching this, I would say it's a very good decision to move this Frost Breath down one talent, because it's a very strong talent for sure, and it would make more sense that it comes a little bit later. And this talent, it increases your Frost Pillars of Frost, so it would say makes sense it comes earlier. And to be fair, it would make sense if someone was like going to pick this talent combined with Frost Strike and not going for the Breath spec, and being able to do that. It might be a good idea to check my abilities now and then. I guess my bar was stuck up at some point whenever I got Howling Blast, and I also found it weird why I didn't have it earlier, so gonna find them up and test if it applies stuff or it's just like increased flat out damage. Oh, we have one here. Oh, it applies to Frost Fever, so I guess it's AoE. Let's see, 42 and Icy Touch is 90. So I guess for now it's still better to just Icy Touch to apply Frost Disease on single target compared to Howling Blasting for now. Also not sure I showed this rune. The Obliviate deals like a Frost Ignite on the target, so dealing damage and then... Wait, what? Taking? Oh yeah, there we go, the small ones. I assume that is the Frosted Blades. This one? Yeah, every 0.5 seconds. We hit 19 and we can now finally pick between some lovely talents, I guess. Right now I'm just soloing quests, so don't really pulling that much. I'm not either putting disease to target, but I'm also using 2-hand weapons, so none of the things are like very good. So just picking Frost Scythe just to pick it. Oh, we cannot drag it out of the talent. That is only something I think retail version of WoW had, so I totally respect not being a feature. Let's see. I don't know what I expected. Oh, so wait, when it crits it did like 200 damage, but not that much, yeah. Benefiting from Killing Machine, killing strikes with Frost Strike deals 4 times the damage. I wonder if at some points, whenever we can get a lot of Killing Machines, that Frost Scythe will be better than Obliviate. Does it? I wonder if this deals Frost damage actually. It doesn't... yeah, 37 Frost damage. That could actually be pretty fun. Not even, I mean, strong, but... well, let's. That is for very, very late game, and I don't know if this is any useful right now, because we will have to crit with it, and yeah. I just looked back at the footage whenever we picked up Frost Scythe, and we definitely got 2 talent points at level 20, meaning that we can for sure pick up some more talents at the other specializations. So that is super cool. 2/3 of the way to go, right? Right. See here for talents, I think we're just gonna max the. Oh, I had 2 talent points. Oh, I was sure I only had 1. Well, well, almost done with this row then. I was just selling items, and apparently maybe from the quest, I don't know. I've been getting common runes. I have no idea, maybe random drop from mobs. So, but whatever. Let's see. So we should be getting in one of these, getting one of the lucky runes, and also I hope they don't like open all 16, but let's see. Wait, now it only open 1? Oh, this is one of the cooler ones. I wonder if we can... Nope, still goes away. It also seems like you only get... Oh, never mind. I was about to say you only get common runes from these, but they're called sealed common runes, so... makes sense, I guess. Oh, that is one of the... Critical Strike not happens that often, but it's one of the ones I want to test out at some point. Oh, this is also a nice one. 5% chance to get more runic power. Overwhelming power. This is one of the... To get haste? Yeah, this is one of the Azerite traits. It's pretty cool to see all of these cool passives again. So now I'm not... Oh, we can just take this. 5% increased crit after killing him up. We have to get into the hut. And I guess we can just equip this. And then we got this one. 25% increased damage, but you lose health equal to 60% of the damage and healing you do over 60 seconds. So if you have good healers in raid, I would assume this is pretty good. But besides that, this is basically suicide. But very nice that you can be greedy as a DPS with this. I mean, you're gonna have some... At some point, there's gonna be some angry healers like asking why are the DPS is taking so much damage, because they're just harming themselves. Oh, we got a new sword. No main stat, but for attack power is not much, so very nice up. Just for fun, I tried to queue for a dungeon, and oh, I got into combat. Wait, did I queue or did I? What happened? What? 4 different ready checks, or this seems just a tiny bit odd. Not sure what's going on. Think I'm gonna... Wait, I cannot even decline it. I don't know. I hope I don't mess up a dungeon for someone, because this seems a bit weird. Right now I'm basically just running to a quest, either hardstoning or running back, and it's a lot of running. I guess I'm 21 now, so could I buy mounts? Based on the Ascension prices, it would be 4 to 5 gold, so I would assume not, sadly. So I just checked some of the runes from the general tab store thing, and 5% increased experience, ramping up to 25. So I guess making alts is just a tiny bit faster than I first assumed. So that is pretty cool. Stuff like this in runes. Still no lucky runes. It's a bit weird, because I feel like I was kind of promised based on the cards to get a rune every 20 cards. So that is either weird wording, or I don't know how I'm supposed to read it. Oh, the first rare with quite a lot of HP. So don't have cooldowns, but we now test some... I was to say DPS, but no DPS meter, so... Well, yeah, just stuff dies fast. Oh, we also got the asphyxiate, so 5 seconds stun. Not getting as many abilities each level, and we're not getting them to the bar, so I have to go look. Oh, speaking of, just saw I got a raise ally, so we have a combat res. Pretty nice for all the allies around me. Oh, and again, not getting notifications when we're getting new stuff. It just appears in the tab, but we got anti-magic shield, so let me check what version this is. Based on my analytics, I still have no clue, because I apparently can't remember shit, and I'm just mixing a lot of different versions together. Not sure what to go, so right now I'm doing some of the quests that are furthest away. I believe at 2021 I could go to Ashen Vale or Stone Teller Mountains, but right now just running around watching something on the other monitor, but I'm pretty sure I'd never done this quest before. Yeah, you get to do some weird quest if you... Oh, got the quest item, nice. Doing some weird quests whenever you are not used to leveling as a horde, so doing some quests I've never done, and I really have no idea what the most efficient way. Just really can't wait to get to Stranglethorn. I know the quest there. Besides that, yeah, it's a bit rough. I jumped down. Can I get... But do I have to run all the way? Please don't tell me I have to. Oh, I can get up here. Nice. The Icy talent from hitting 22. 1 stack of attack speed. I'm also a bit confused, because This is the Wrath talent tree. Normally, this was the passive of Icy Talent, like getting 10 or 20% attack speed, and then Rhyme were normally placed at the bottom, so I don't know when we're supposed to get Icy Talents like the passive. Maybe we just get that at some point, so you're getting at some point. Oh, we got Pestilence now. Oh, that is super strong. Only costing 1 rune. I believe that maybe this costed 2 runes, so very nice. Wait, Blood Boil is free? Oh. Also, Blood Boil just doesn't cost anything. There's also a bug when I get any green items that it pops up like I can roll need and greed. It seems like after I got into the dungeon queue that I'm now in a party. I could leave instance before, but now seems to be I'm stuck in a non-existing queue and I cannot queue any dungeon. To be fair, I didn't try to reload or relog yet, and I don't think I want to do dungeons yet, but could be fun. And I don't know how many in my bracket. We are 20, 22, 25. The chance of getting... Wait, these people are in dungeons. I actually heard something about that you could solo dungeons, like just go into them and you would be scaled up to like a 5-man something party. Oh, another rare. Items? No. Oh, damn. Actually, useful items from quests. Kinda puck. We also got close to enough gold so we can probably take the Death Gate to Runeforge and then head to Orgrimmar and see if we have enough gold to buy the mounts. Turning in last quest here after delivering a ton. Maybe, should be enough to level up. Cool, and we can now take different talents. So strength, more runic power, or killing machine. Guess just the chance of killing machine, and gonna try it out. It's after all the name of the namesake of the build, killing machine spec. Heading to Crossroad anyway, so gonna Runeforge and do the detour to check the price of the mount. Oh, what the dungeon queue popped? From me or from others? Just me? So I'm in the dungeon now. Oh, mobs only have, only 800. So I heard that you were able to do dungeons solo, and it would make a lot of sense based on the player population, but kinda sad that, yeah. I hope in the long run that it would instead be scale dungeons, so you still find other players, because it's still not World of Warcraft like to be in a dungeon yourself. Despite the loot and stuff, it's still the cool part is other people. Well, that didn't took long for us to be rewarded. I didn't get to Runeforge before the queue pop because I just took the portal and forgot. Oh, and stamina ring. So far so good of the dungeon. We are basically not taking any damage. It's just running through dungeon and slapping. Oh, a back. Need backspace to get the back. The dungeon we are not taking damage. Bit slow, but yeah. But that's nice to know that now all the gear, all the min-max for the character can pays up to increase your overall speed through a dungeon. And we got a level. If I can just queue dungeons like this and get 300 experience per mob, it's like twice the amount and it's going quite fast. Probably just dungeon grinding could be the way to go. We're 24 now? Did we get 2 levels in here? No. Maybe just 1 level, but still. And we can do like giant poles. We just spread our diseases. Frost scything. It's going quite fast and we're not like at any risk of dying. If I ever get to half health, can you don't jump into the water, please? Thank you. Doing pretty good boss damage now. Popping Orc Racial Pillar and just smacking boss. We did it. What did we get? 3000 experience, some silver, and about the same dust as you would get from a normal dungeon. A normal quest. Based on the difficulty, it's about right with the reward, but we just gained like a half level from basically nothing, so I'm gonna see if I can random queue again. It seems like I was about to say beforehand when we had the bug where I felt like I was stuck in the dungeon queue. I was about to say I wonder if they're simulating the waiting time for the dungeon. Let me actually check. Can I just teleport out? Oh, nice, because I really want to sell some items. Oh, I guess that took me out of the dungeon. Oh no, I cannot get back. It makes sense because I was the only one there, but why do I have a deserter from... This is basically solo content. It makes... I guess this is how they coded it, but it makes 0 sense. I'm stuck in queue for myself. Arrived to the mount vent and the trainer. Let's check. 340 for learning. I think it's about 6 gold from the mount then. Oh, that is dirt cheap. Cool. Get some riding. Round timber. I'm feeling the pale one. Oh, it's a grayish one. Cool. That's a bit faster than... Alright, let's head to get the rune forge done, and well, I guess back to some questing areas. But I mean, if dungeon is so easy, it seems that should just be the play to going forward and just killing grinding dungeon mobs. It seems like we got some extra runes, maybe from the dungeons, and we got some uncommon ones. Let's see if we get anything nice. Damage reduced, magic absorb, magic absorb. Give me the frost stuff. Nope. And the uncommon ones, this is the important one. Wait, what? Oh, right, so these are uncommon and should have more stats on them. As I said previously, it doesn't have like the green aura around it, so it's hard to tell. You just have to know the numbers of the different ones. So haven't encountered many bugs, but sometimes when like now clicking blood boil, it doesn't work. Now it did. Despite it showing that it worked. It seems like the countdown is going off faster than the actual visual. That's basically the only thing gameplay wise. The dungeons were quite nice, like despite how to work around low player base right now while getting all this stuff to work. And no disconnect for I think 2 hours, maybe 2.5. Now the rune stuff, I get to play around with it. Like compared to Ascension, I don't feel like you're engaging so much with the endgame system while leveling already. Most of these are, to be fair, not that impactful, but it's still that the slots are not locked. I can fill them up more or less, and yeah. Oh, I actually forgot. I can buy some packs. Let's do that before ending the video. So at the room, guys, we have around, we had, 400 more, but we're just gonna spend it. Hope it's not worth to save at the end. Oh, so the other rooms, so the packs we got here are apparently a pack of 5. So do we open 5 at once? Yeah, we do. So this was the thing I was confused about before, like buying single runes and overlap. Nice. Still annoying that I have to speed read all of this stuff. Still no lucky runes, and I don't see any. Maybe it's not implemented yet. No idea. Oh wow, we got a lot of frost stuff going on now. I'm just gonna try remove some stuff and add some new stuff and see what we end up with. So went through the runes. We got some increased damage taken from diseases, random chance, auto attack generate runing power, physical damage will increase our frost damage, icy touch damage, frost scythe damage, the ignite from Obliviate as I'm calling it, disease damage, very minor stuff, and some reduced cooldown for empowered rune weapon seems to work. So now the question is, does it actually visual work whenever I... Is this a debuff? Wait, what? Interesting. The thing is if it's removed whenever I... yeah. Oh, look at that. There are players now. Let's try stalk some gear. Oh, just inspected a player. You are able to see what other players are using for the runes. I don't know if you can see the upgrade and how good they are, but that's quite nice that you can see other players build. That's very nice implemented and a very nice quality of life to actually see what's going on around. I think I'm just gonna do some dungeon grinding now and try to reach max level. But yeah, that will be the end of this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you enjoyed and don't want to miss the part 3 of this, remember to subscribe, and if you stayed to the end, thanks a lot and see you in the next one.